Hello everyone, my name is Absolute and today we are designing this incredible riverside tavern for my hardcore world, complete with outdoor dining, a walk-up bar with a special surprise for any nasty customers, and one of the best war crime committing chicken annihilators anyone's seen on YouTube. Oh, and this is Kevin. The objective for today, I'm going to walk you through the process of how I come up with and design my builds for this forever world. So, first off, we are in desperate need of food. If you haven't been paying attention, I've been just living off of carrots and bread, which I am manually farming, and that takes way too much of my time. So, we are establishing what I'm going to call the Mystic Chicken, which is basically going to be a fast food empire that is spread out throughout the lands of this playthrough. This video is going to be paced slightly differently, so I'm going to kill two birds with one stone here. Really? No one? Oh well, I liked it. I'm keeping that in. First things first, so while we're doing all this building and planning, I'm going to get these guys over a hopper so we can start collecting their eggs and breeding them so we'll have all the chickens we need when we're ready for them. Unless I have like a super specific design in mind, I start with these pillars and start blocking out the rooms and figuring out what the space is going to be used for. For example, this is going to be a little main entrance. This will be an outdoor seating area with beachfront access. Coming over here through this little walkway, this will lead us to the kitchen, and up on this hill is going to be a little balloon landing pad, which I'll get into the details of that more so later. Then out from the kitchen, you can go directly out to the area that's going to be the big, roaming, free roam den area where all the chickens are going to be held. All right, so once I've got the general layout done in my world, I'll hop into a creative testing world, which is just a copy of my hardcore, and I start playing with different block palettes. So for this build, I am thinking of using some dark tones along the bottom to denote the foundation, then some sort of mid-tone before I go up to the main primary block that's going to make up my walls. So I'm thinking some gravel or some light gray stone, and then for the main, I want something really bright to contrast. I was thinking birch. Now that I'm seeing it, I'm not liking it as much. I might swap to bone because I think it just looks so good and so smooth. Yeah, I think that's better. So if you're ever wondering, I use a website called Block Palettes, which is super helpful if I ever get snagged or I having creative block. I can't think of what I want to use, what colors I want to put together, what blocks go together. It's got a million examples. I highly recommend it. I'll put it down in the description below. Now, for this project, like I said, it's called the Mystic Chicken. So I was thinking it'd be really cool to have some royal purple and kind of gold vibes with it, but no, I don't really care for it. I think it's gonna be a little too garish looking. And maybe that's okay, but that's not the world that I've set up so far. I don't know how well it's gonna go. I'm thinking I might change that and come up with a whole new idea. That's okay though, that's part of the process. Sometimes you have an idea, it doesn't work out, you just gotta change it up. I mean, I'm trying to make it work here, but I just don't like it. Now I'm heading back over to the survival world. I don't want to spend too long fixating on trying to figure out the perfect color palette. I got the main colors down. I'm going to get the roof trimmed out so I can get the shape of the building, and I'll deal with the colors for the roof later. All right, as I'm flying, you can see I have this front little lower section. I'm not sure what I'm going to use that space for on the inside other than a little entry. Being the second floor, I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But I do really like the idea of using some shroom lights for a window. I've done this on both of my other builds, so it's going to have some continuity between different main focus points in the village I'm creating, but also I just love the way the shroom lights look. And then I'm probably going to hide it behind these trapdoors that are transparent, so it's not just as glaring and in your face, but it also helps adding another layer of depth. Yep, there. Do you see what I'm talking about? It just looks orange right now, but at nighttime, especially with shaders, it is just going to glow like a beacon. And it's going to look awesome. I'm doing a thing right now where I tend to fall into this trap where I start getting the big shape put together and I just like want to start playing with all the tiny little details. I'm like, oh, it looks great. Let's try this. Let's try that. And then it makes this whole process a million times longer. So I'm going to take a moment. I'm going to do a quick time lapse. I'm going to build up most of the big flat surfaces and shapes just to fill out the walls. And then I'll probably come back through later to do more texturing and detail. So I will be back in just a moment. Enjoy. Okay, welcome back. I threw the roofs on. Don't judge. Hold on. Trust the process. I know it's really flat and janky looking, and that looks like a half pipe. Well, quarter pipe, half pipe, whatever. There's a few things I'm noticing. So one, this is swooping down way too low. Like it is going to be like an outdoor area, and I do want it to have like swoop and coverage, but it's coming out too aggressively. I want it to finish maybe right around here. Maybe even a little higher. We'll see. But first, I think this is the first thing we're really gonna have to redo. So I gotta knock this out and try and move it up. Okay, so I'm building out kind of like a test of like where I want it to go. I like that I like where it levels and then it kind of curves back down a little bit. That way I can keep the height across the main floor and then it kind of encloses the area. Let's play with that idea a little bit more. Those of you who are the Hawkeye viewers will have noticed that that left side where the balloon landing pad was removed. I didn't like it there, so I'm trying to put it up here between these two peaks. I don't know if I can do it. It looks really awkward, but I think this little tower bridging idea might look really good once it's textured. Just trust the process. And in case you didn't know, I do most of my big builds in creative before I move to hardcore, just to save the sake of time while I'm testing different ideas. If you're enjoying the video, take a moment, like and subscribe. I really appreciate all the support. It means the world to me. I hope you enjoy. Time for me to come back and go over these placeholder ones with the actual blocks in the right colors and texturing. Now, generally, once you have your gradient set, this isn't the hardest part of the build. It's actually probably the easiest. I think getting the overall shape is the hardest for me, but I get so hypercritical of each individual block I'm placing and how it looks, it very quickly becomes the hard part for me. So if I can just tune out and put some music on, this part becomes really enjoyable. Now for the gradient, I've viewed this roof in 3 sections roughly. My main primary color are going to be the gray tones. So that's going to be the andesites, the stone, the cobble, that kind of things. Near the top where the roof's getting the most sunlight, I'm switching and doing mossy cobblestone, mosses, those things. And around the bottom for the trim, I'm having some of the reddish warm colored blocks. I've actually really fell in love with this palette that we came with, how it's kind of old and worn and stone. So now that I have a design and style that I like, I'm gonna take a really big paintbrush stroke and just knock out all the roofs at the same time, including that ugly balloon tower. Then it was time to start chipping away at the inside one room at a time. So first up is the outdoor dining area and the main entry hall. I don't know about you, but when I do a project like this, it's so easy for me to get lost in the weeds and the details that hours will go by and I won't even think about the original purpose of this build. We are here to make a chicken farm. And I've built this whole thing without even figuring out how I'm going to tie it into the build. Normally I start with the farm, then the build. But this was supposed to be the kitchen area, so this is where we're going to set up our farm. Now, I have a couple ideas. I was sitting in a Discord chat with some other small Minecraft creators. I had a small epiphany. I did not want to make the standard chicken farm. I wanted to make something truly creative on a fairly large scale that might be considered a chicken war crime. The thought behind this is I'm gonna have a whole row of dispensers here that they're gonna rapid fire eggs when I tell it to, because they're gonna build up over time, and essentially they're gonna be caught along the bottom in a very long glass runway. And And to prevent a lot of loss, I am going to do a slightly different method. Instead of having dispensers spit out lava, I'm going to have cauldrons here that are pushed out and retracted from pistons. And then the adult chickens' hitboxes will collide. They'll pretty much instantly die. And because the lava's in the cauldron, instead of being just thrown out on top of them, we will lose less items overall. Now I need to find a slab that I want them to land on. Which one feels the most crispy? Red brick? Red bricks, they're getting cooked up, you know, it's very oven-like. All right, we're putting in the last of the glass and the eggs are loaded into the system. Let's turn on the auto launcher and see if it works. 3, 2, go. Oh, it's glorious. Look at all the eggs. Oh my gosh. Oh no, they're getting out. How are they getting out? What? Did I miss a block? Huh. Oh, maybe they can get out through a half slab. I didn't think they could. Oh, well, we're gonna have to change that. Oh my goodness. Okay. The breach has been secured, and look at this glorious machine. Just all the chickens just hopping around. It's like they're popcorn. Popcorn chicks. Okay. That is so cool. All right, so now let's go ahead and crank the tick rate up so we can get them to grow really, really quick, and then we can test the cooking feature. Oh, there we go. Look at them zip around. Man, even at this many ticks, it's taking this long. Oh, what's happening? Wait, what? Oh, someone grew up and they're like pathing to it. Okay. Weird. Oh no! Oh, they're dying to entity cramming. Okay, I had to go clean up the ones who died outside, but looks like they're all grown up. Let's give this bad boy a test run. 3, 2, 1, ba-boom. Instant massacre. Oh man. Okay. What do the drops look like? 24, 30. Oh. Hello everyone. We are here and our build is for the most part complete. Take a look. Look at this place. Isn't it? I couldn't be happier. I think it is so incredibly cool. It's so on theme with the rest of our village, which was something I was concerned about. I love the unique shapes that we landed on. The gradient looks so good. I was really skeptical about this roof with the orange going to the green at first. But let's go take a closer look, right? I did get rid of this front window first and foremost. As you saw at the beginning, we talked about it, but it lines up so perfectly with this. And I'll show you this. I had like a little nook thing. You'll see here in a minute. I added this. It lines up so perfectly. When you look through, it's hard to tell that it's not on that front wall anyways, but it gives a sense of depth and makes it more 3D. And it just looks really, really awesome. So I'm happy with that. It's not fully complete. I plan to have some signs here with like banners and the shelves that say welcome, the Mystic Chicken, something like that. I saved some of these final details to work out in my survival world. But here's our little entry area. It's a little bland, again, leaving space to work. But I love the wall. I like the window and the light. Coming to the right, look at this. We have our indoor seating area along the river. I went ahead and added some different meats onto the I forgot one. Onto the campfires. We have our special custom luxury chairs. We got some glowberries and greenery. We got some pots and flowers. It just makes the place feel so warm and welcoming. Coming back this way, we have our bar. So first and foremost, we have a cash register, state of the art, obviously. I think you guys know what it really is, but I think it looks like a cash register from this view. So that's what it is in my mind. We have our brews right here. We have a chicken. If you want to buy a whole chicken, you're allowed to buy a whole chicken. We got it right here, ready to go, packaged up to go. Over here, this is your self-serve if you just need refills. This guy might be invading a little bit, so you might want to check your cup before you, And last but not least, we have a little sign that says, wait here for patiently. And you know what? If our customers aren't patient, check this out. Excuse me, service. And they get splattered with an egg. I love adding small... What the heck? Where'd that one go? How did that go all the way down there? I love adding all these... That one hit me right on. Small little interactive things like this bring builds to life. They really, really do. Although this accuracy isn't the best. I think it's really cool. I just have a calibrated skulk sensor under here set with a lectern, So nothing sets it off except for this bell. Wait for it. It must have missed. It must have missed really bad. There he goes. Yeah, it's a dispenser and it shoots from so far away. But I just love the idea that, you know, you're out here waiting and you're being impatient and you're just calling out, and people in the back cooking, prepping the food, just they just yeet an egg, toss an egg over at you. But coming back behind the counter, we have this beautiful monstrosity, which is not hooked up fully yet because I don't have the chickens in place. Again, more things I say for the hardcore world. But as it stands, chickens will go there. I can flip this lever. It rains down chickens. Once they grow up, they get cooked. The chicken and feathers will come back under the stairs. They'll get sorted. The chicken will come up water column here and into this storage silo. And the feathers will do the same coming the other way, which I love. And I only got 2 more things I'd love to show you guys. So finishing up here, this used to be a window, but I had the wonderful idea to have a chicken here with a nest. He's hooked up to a tether, so he's not going to go in anywhere. I have some dead coral to make his nest, and he is our overseer. He is our manager out here. He's keeping an eye on the chickens, make sure everything's behaving, everything's going well. Obviously, we don't have it out here yet, but that's going to be an upcoming project. The balloon, the infamous balloon I've mentioned a few times. Right now, there's no balloon. There will be a future balloon at some point. The reason is I plan to have a lot of different like roadside markets, restocking locations for me to have food throughout the world. And they're, you know, subsidiaries or like small little branches of the Mystic Chicken. And I thought it'd be hilarious if they have a policy where all their food is delivered fresh. So they're sending live chickens to be processed at these little roadside markets. And of course, what's the funniest way to transport a flightless bird? Obviously a hot air balloon. I love the irony. So let's head around back. And the last thing I need to show you is the upstairs. So, not done yet. If you come over here, so employees are people who know the boss, know that you can come on up here on your lunch break. You can get yourself a chicken sandwich, whatever. You can come up here and grab a book, chill out, and have a nice little siesta, whatever you need to get fresh and ready. And this is that view that I was showing you from the other side. Now, the last step, if you come all the way up here, this is where it's a little inefficient, you know, it's kind of old fashioned, but this is where they bring the chickens to get loaded at the docking bay. And then lastly, this is the place for the manager. I haven't named him yet, but the manager likes to come and decompress, you know, maybe read a book with this incredible view. So anyways, with that being said, let me hop into, that's the wrong key. Is it the wrong key? Yes, it is the wrong key. Here we go. I just want to take a moment, say thank you guys so much. Your support means everything. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully you learned something. And if you didn't, I hope it just made you smile. The next video was supposed to be coming out on the normal schedule about 2 weeks, but I have some things coming up, so it might be closer to 3, unfortunately, but I will try my best to get it out. With that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. And I think this is coming out 4th of July weekend. So I hope you guys have a wonderful, safe day full of fireworks and fun. And God bless you until I see you in the next video. Bye.